Hot steam rising in the early morn, face feeling smoother than the day you was born. Sharpen up those razors, Tennessee whiskey shaving.
Hey, and what is up, gents? Welcome back to the channel, Tennessee Whiskey Shaving, with your favorite talking torso, Wes. Welcome back, guys. If you're an OG and you've been here, of course, like I just said, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you guys like what you see. As always, please feel free to hit the like button below and, and subscribe. It helps the algorithm out and whatnot, all that YouTube jive. But don't feel like you have to. If you like what you see, vote with your likes and subscriptions, I guess. So anyway, today is going to be, well, for me, today is Monday, but for you guys, it's going to be Tuesday. So that means it is review and shave time. So for today, I'm going to be doing a hardware review for you guys. I'm going to go away from the software for a little bit. And for a while now, I have been wanting to try timeless razors. So here's the stand. I got a razor, of course. So this is the stand for it. Very, very nice. And I went with the Tuxedo. So I'm a big fan of stainless. Of course, some people like the titanium and whatnot, but I prefer my razors with a little bit of heft. So I went with the stainless, and I am a huge open comb fan. I love open comb razors. Now, when you look at this, or when you go to the site for timeless razors, and if you go to the Tuxedo option there for this razor, it says that you can only get it in a scalloped base plate only, but I love open comb. So I contacted Jeremiah at Timeless and told him, I was like, man, I would love to get, I love the look. I mean, just look at that bad boy. Look at the top plate on this bad boy. Look at that. There's just the way it looks. It is very, very nice. And the knurling and stuff on the handle. It is awesome. So I told him that I would really love to get a Tuxedo razor, but I don't want a scalloped or I don't want straight bar. I told him I'd love to get it in an open comb. And I asked him if that would be, something that is possible. Well, he said, yeah, of course. Just order the razor and, and then send us an email and tell us what you want and we'll do it. So they did. So I don't know if there's any other out there in existence or not. I may be the only one for now, I guess. If anybody else wants a Tuxedo open comb razor, I gave you the secret. Don't tell anybody. All right, you guys now have the super secret squirrel information to get one. But yeah, man, this is a great razor. I've been using it all week long, and whatnot. I've been running it through its paces with my favorite razor, which is an AccuThrive. So I'm going to go ahead and put that bad boy away. And what razor shall we use right now? Which one do we want to use? Do I got any Derbies laying around? Derby is like my other favorite. Yeah, there we go. We got some Derbies in here. Let me open this bad boy up and we'll slap a Derby in here and see how it performs with a Derby. If I can open it. Let me see here. Maybe I shouldn't have put the razor away. I could have used it to open up the plastic and everything like that. All right, there we go. Got it. I have these AccuThrive Med Preps right here. These are usually a go-to for me. I love these razors. Let's see here. Let me flip it up where you can actually read it. These are on the pricier side of things, but because they are a Med Prep razor, but you can get the AccuForge, and they're the same thing. They're just not ran through a sterilization process that they run the AccuThrives through, so it makes them much cheaper. But the AccuForge blades and the AccuThrive blades are the same exact blade, except the AccuForge is not ran through a sterilization process like the AccuThrive is. All right, so here we go. We got this bad boy. We are going to load it up with a Derby Premium razor. I love Derby Premium, so I want to see how. I already know that the AccuThrives perform well in this razor, so let's see how the Derby does for me in this. AccuThrives aren't coated, of course. The Derby Premiums, man, they're like sequentially coated. They got chromium, ceramic, platinum, tungsten, and polymer coated edges. So 5 coatings on this bad boy. And I gotta say though, if you've never used one, they are very smooth, very sharp, and they last a long time. I get an average of 10 uses out of a Derby Premium before I have to throw that bad boy in the trash. So there you go. So there we go. And again, so some information, specs, and whatnot for the Tuxedo. It comes in a polished, finished only, of course. But if you don't want a Tuxedo, you can get multiple other options from Timeless. They are awesome. They're an American based company, made in America, so they are great. I'm a big proponent of supporting American made. That's why you'll never see me do like a yak. I'll tell you this, there is one Yaki product that I want. And the only reason that I want it is because I have the OG razor for it, which is a Bowen. I have a Bowen Ray, it's Bohin if you want to check it out. But I have that razor, and Yaki makes a razor called the Bohemia, which is a dupe, or kind of a dupe. It's bigger, so I want one and I want to try it. But that's the only reason I want that razor, is because I want to try it up against the original. I know it's bigger and whatnot, and it's made out of stainless steel, but it looks the same as a Bowen. I'll put a picture up of them, and so that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. But that's the only that is the only like Chinese thing that I want. And I want a Bohemia, and maybe I'll get one day. But I'm not one to go out and just buy Yaki brushes and Umo or whatever. I guess if there was one that I would get, would be Umo, because at least they do try to not just rip anybody off. You know what I mean? Like their intellectual property or whatever. They actually do try to make their own individual products and not just steal somebody's designs or whatnot. So, but yeah, man, I'm always down to support American made small business. So if you're like me and in a like of mind, then this is the way to go. So anyway, yeah, so this only comes in a polished finish. And of course it says that it only comes with a scalloped base plate in 68 or 95 hundredths for the gap, is smooth cap only. And you can get it with or without a stand. The thread size is your standard M5 by 0.8 millimeter. The blade exposure, if you get I got the 95 hundredths, so I like a more aggressive razor. So if you get the 95 hundredths, the blade gap is 0.05 millimeters. And if you get a 68 hundredths blade gap, then gap or your exposure, then the gap is 0. So for the software today, I will be I'm your dude of oud, right? I love me some oud, man. I love oud. So today I will be using some Taylor Bond Street oud shaving cream. And for the splash, man, I'm bringing out my favorite oud spice. This stuff, Doug. Hey, yeah, you. I'm talking to you, Douglas Smythe. This needs to come back out ASAP, pronto, with priority. All right, come on, let's get this stuff back out. Christmas time, sometime before the end of the year would be awesome. Um, if you guys have never tried oud spice, man, you guys are gonna love it. If you're on the Phoenix fan page, Facebook page, get on there and tell Douglas, start praising it, start shouting it out to the tops of your lungs. We want oud spice. We need it. I know Doug Lane's gonna back me up on that. All right, so let's get started on the shave. All right, and welcome back. I got the face all wet, all prepped up, and we are getting ready for the shave. I just need to get the brush wet here, which I should have done before I came back on, but I'm in such a hurry to get this shave going and talk to you guys. Also, I'm gonna be using my the Moon Striker that I got here recently. Man, this is a great brush. I'm really loving this brush. Between this brush and my Cleanso here with a Pure Bliss knot, yeah, I'm really liking it. The Sickle Scent knot, I'm really hoping Douglas he'll start maybe selling the knots. That way we can set them in other brushes or whatnot. But yeah, great brush. All right, so I just got a little bit of the Tobbs Oud on here. Face wet one more time. Man, this smells so good. If you guys have never tried Tobbs Oud, man, this is a favorite of mine from them. It is nice. The oud, the rose, patchouli that's in here. So as you guys can see, I got a good, nice, pasty base layer on my face. Now we're gonna add some water and watch it explode. If you guys have never used Tobbs before, it is a phenomenal soap, shave soap. See, look at that. It just wakes right up. Still a little thirsty though. A little bit more water. Look at all that on the brush. See those peaks? It was good. Add a little bit more water. Get it nice and creamy. Oh yeah, see that? Boom. Dunzo. Good stuff. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Stretch the skin. Let's begin. Oh, yeah. That is nice and smooth. Oh, yeah. I gotta say, I might even like the Derby better in this than I did the AccuThrive. But we'll see. Sometimes that's what getting a new razor is about, man. Like, if you get it and you don't like it right out the gate, try a different blade. Sometimes, you just gotta find that combination. And sometimes you get lucky right out the gate, right? And you find that razor combination and that, and the blade combo that just does awesome for you. And that's awesome. But sometimes you got to work at it. And I will say, though, there are some razors that are more versatile, I guess, so to speak, and just more blades work better in them. But so far, I'm really enjoying this timeless. The efficiency is very nice. I don't feel like I have to go back through and shave over areas again and again and again and again. And if you guys are ever worried about having an open comb as a daily, don't. To me, an open comb is. I don't know. I'm a straight razor shaver too, so I like my blade feel, but this open comb is still comfortable. But if I needed to mow down, several days worth of growth, I have the option to be able to do that, much more efficiently than if it was just a regular straight razor, not a straight razor, but straight safety bar razor. But yeah. Man, I am loving this razor so far. All right, let me get the moneymaker rinsed off and we'll get up for round 2. All right, face wet. Look at all the lather that's still on this bad boy. I'm gonna go bougie sprayer this time. So much lather, it's coming down the brush handle. Had to clean it off. Yeah, I was hoping to I have a big mail call coming today. Got a bunch of stuff coming in. Cajun Blade, Letter Buck, and the Achalacha Facha, whatever, I think that's how you say it. Achatafalawacha, something like that. It's a mouthful. And, then I got Doppelganger number 4 coming in. And, oh yeah, Dixon Flannel. Not that you guys care about a Dixon Flannel, but anyway, I was going to try and, I thought about waiting to do this until my mail comes in, but Murphy's Law, I'm telling you, would strike every time. So on the days that I work and something comes in, or I got a good mail call coming in, that stuff will get here super early. Like it'll get here like at noon, and of course it just sits there and waits for me to get home from work. But days like today where I'm off work and I'm waiting for the mail, dude, that stuff's not going to get here until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I just went with something that I had. And besides, this is a razor review, so I don't want to take away from, from Timeless, because this is a review about them. So anyway, let me get the Moneymaker cleaned up for round 3. All right. Man, it's been such a while. It's been a little while since I used Hobbs. I forgot how good it is, actually. Super good. Let's get it wet a little bit. All right, here's the magic. Here's where the magic happens. Now, I like a razor that has a little bit more of an obtuse shave angle. And the Timeless, at least with this 0.95 gap, really does the trick for me. I like the shave angle on it. If you've ever used like an Islesworth or anything like that, you'll know what I'm talking about. The shave angle on it is just, it's just a little wider than what most people are used to. And, I get it. And if that's not your thing, then, maybe this razor isn't for you. Maybe you can learn to adjust. But I will say, this will be a razor that lasts you a lifetime. Made out of 304 stainless. This will definitely be one that you can pass down to your grandkids. The machining on it is excellent. If I had one gripe, well, I won't say if. I do have one small gripe about it. And I'll go over that in just a second. So my only gripe, I'm going to clean this off real quick before I tell you. My only gripe on this razor is the fact that, let's see if I can get it in here. There is a little bit of blade overhang on it. Just a hair. I mean, if they just made it like an 1/8 inch wider, or maybe even just a 1/16, like a 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 inch total, 1/16 on each side to just get rid of that little, I mean, you just got this tiny little fingernail right here where the blade sticks out. Now, there's two ways you can look at that, because I do believe these razors are supposed to be like a vintage style razor, an homage, to vintage razors. And vintage razors back in the day, I mean, they all, you had the overhang. But for me, in my opinion, so with tax and everything, once everything was said and done, this was about a $300 razor. So for me, for a $300 razor, I don't think there should be any blade overhang. All right, so let me get the moneymaker cleaned off, and we'll get to the best part of the shave and my final thoughts on this razor. We'll use a little bit of alum today. For me, the PA splashes can sometimes be, especially with when I have the sprayer on this. So when I spray, and they can really activate the sting. So it seems like whenever I use alum beforehand, it does a good job of really cutting out that sting. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna let this stuff do its thing, clean off the brush, and we'll get to it. All right, and we are back. Got the moneymaker all cleaned up for you guys, and the brush and everything is all cleaned up. So we are ready to get to the best part of the shave. Let me take my glasses off here. Sometimes this stuff will get all over it, but here we go. Oud Spice. Again, Douglas, Fran, Hux. We need this out immediately. Stat. All right. You guys need to start singing it from the tops of your lungs. I'm telling you, this is awesome, awesome stuff. All right, here we go. I'm going heavy with it. Man, this is good. So if you didn't know, Oud Spice is just like Schulten's formula Old Spice, but they added some oud into it. Man, oh my God, it is so good. When it comes back out, I will be buying multiple sets and everything full tilt. I'm telling you, this is Oud Spice for me is a must buy. It's right up there with Sundown, Blackbot, Rabbit Fighter, Cold Spices, of course. Man, I'm gonna go in for some more, man. Man, oh man. So good. I love Oud Spice. Yes. When and if it comes back out, I'm gonna be going full tilt. I mean, I'm talking bar soaps, shampoo pucks, deodorants, multiple sets, EDP, soap set. Of course, I already have the Splash cologne, the aftershave cologne. That's all I have, unfortunately. I wish I had the soap. I'm actually, after this video, I'm going to get on the BST page and put it out there that if anybody has any Old Spice they're looking to offload, I'm your guy. Or sorry, did I say Old Spice? I meant Oud Spice. If anybody has any Oud Spice, I'm your guy. Okay, so anyway, enough about Oud Spice. We're here for timeless razors. So please give them a check. And man, I gotta say, I am loving this razor. I love it. It's gonna get heavy rotation for me in my stable of razors. For me, it's right up there with the Islesworth, with Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Holy cow, why am I brain farting on this one? Quantum. The Quantum razor, duh. I love the Quantum razor with the alpha plate on it. The Yates, the Yates 921 with the EH plate on it. I love it, man. The Razor Rock Daily DOC, man, I love that. The Razor Rock Slant, I have it with an L2. Great stuff, man. I love it. So this timeless it's like I said, it's American made. You can't go wrong supporting some small American business. Jeremiah, talking to him, he's given some awesome customer service, with customizing this Tuxedo razor so they can do whatever it is that you need. If you're looking and you want to get yourself a Christmas present, or get somebody else, that's a huge razor and shaving enthusiast, it would be a great gift. The fit, finish, the weight, the heft, the balance, everything is there. I love it. Even the logo on the bottom of the razor here is pretty cool, but It's great. I will say that I think even though it's beautiful, I will say that the tactile gripness of the razor could be a little better. But I get it. I don't know if they can do that because the design for the tuxedo that they have. I don't know how deep they want to go with it. But it's beautiful. But you can hold it, and there is a little bit of grippiness to it. But it's there. It's not super duper grippy. If you got soap on your hands, it may slip a little bit, and and then the like I said, the tab overhang from the razor blades and stuff. That's really my only gripe. If they would just make these a 16th of an inch longer, on each side, totally take that out, take the tab out. That'd be great. But you can see the 95 on there for the base plate. That's really it, though. I mean, those are the only two gripes that I have, and they're really minute. The tab overhang isn't that bad. I don't feel it, getting on my ear or in my nose or or anything like that. So it's not that bad. It's really like a minute gripe. For me, it's just like if you wanted to be like the perfect razor, you know what I mean? Get rid of the overhang and try and get the a little bit more grip in the in the handle. But this is the tuxedo, you know what I mean? So that if you look at it, they have other grip options, or well, not grip but brush handle options. There's a pineapple one that looks like super grippy, you know what I mean? So if you think that's going to be an option, or not an option, but a deterrent for you on getting one of these razors, you don't have to go with the tuxedo. They have a build your own, so you can get multiple size. Like you can get a short handle, a slim or something. You can get a longer handle, multiple. You can get it like with a barber pole style, knurling, pineapple. They have multiple options for you to be able to choose from. So, and they are great, man. And dude, if you haven't, their adjustable brush handles and stuff are great. I really messed up, I guess, by using this Moonstriker. I should have used my timeless adjustable brush handle, in retrospect. I have it loaded up with a G5C knot, which is one of my favorite knots as well. But man, yeah, it is a great, and it's adjustable. They have these little, it's like a collet system in there, so if you have a knot that you want to try out, and if it's multiple sizes, you can get it from like 25 millimeter all the way up to like 30 or 31 millimeter or something like that, the little collets. So you can just slap your knot in there, twist it together, and it'll lock it in there, and you can try knots out. It's great for that. The flexibility, the versatility of it is there. Very, very good. And, and where did they go? Where'd it go? Oh, yeah. And, of course, they have great towels here. I got the timeless towel. So, that bad boy is very, very nice. I have it hanging up. I use it all the time. Timeless is a great company, and I'm glad that I finally bought a razor of theirs, and support them, because it is a great razor, and I've heard many, many, many great things about them. So, give them a check out. Maybe if they got a good Black Friday deal or something going on, pick you up one. You won't be disappointed. All right, fellas, I've kept you long enough. As always, I can't give my wife's opinion on this stuff now, can I? I guess I could have got it for Oud Spice. I know she likes Old Spice, kind of, sort of, but it's not her favorite. Like, again, she says it to her, it smells old and it reminds her of her grandfather, so she likes that kind of nostalgia part of it for the old vintage scents. But me, I mean, I'm a straight up, like, I'm a vintage scent guy. I love those old vintage scents. So for me, I love it. But anyway, so I can't get the wife's opinion on the razor. Sorry. She's not going to use it to shave her legs. And it probably wouldn't be good to shave her legs with anyway, with it being an open comb razor. She'd probably get a lot of nicks. So anyway, I'm done rambling. As always, the wet shaving community is the best community. Be happy, be positive, and I will catch you on the next one.